Hey everyone, Deadpine here. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be going over patch 15.5 notes, see what's updated, and more specifically, see how it affects Hardcore Tarkov. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, so 15.5 just released. If you haven't updated already, definitely need to update. Well, you can't play unless you update. So here we go. List of changes. Inventory interaction during matching. This is a really cool one. So while you're live matching, you can now interact with your stash in a limited capacity. So you can post stuff on the flea market. You can move stuff around. You can check your teammates and your character menu, your tasks, for example. That's what they say here. So really great addition. This is going to be a welcome addition when we actually play PvP hardcore. I've been playing a little PvE hardcore Tarkov, but stick around. I'll tell you about the details about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we have, this is the one that actually affects us as hardcore players, the achievement rewards. Really cool idea. So when you complete achievements, you can, you'll get a persistent reward, wipe to wipe. It'll be in a message that is kind of like the BTR driver, but it never expires. So you can always have it. But yeah, so the big example here is Stylish One. So when you get the 100 kills for the achievement in one wipe, you will persistently have access to the tracksuit. And they even say here, it'll be removed here. So you can have the tracksuit from day one of the wipe, which is pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. So why this affects us so much as hardcore players. Some of these rewards may be a little game breaking. We're going to have to play it by ear. I personally think we're going to be leaving them. I think they're mostly going to be cosmetic. But if there's like a cool melee weapon, I think that'd be really neat to start Hardcore Tarkov with a melee weapon because you earned it the last wipe. So I think we'll keep an eye on that. But I think for now they're staying. But this is like definitely the biggest part of this patch that could actually have an effect on us as hardcore players. Pinning items in the stash. Let's hop over to my game here. Really cool feature. This is our PvP hardcore stash from this wipe. I guess potentially a little bit of a spoiler, but there's two options added. There is pin and lock. Okay, so pinning, all it does is it pins it to that location. When you auto sort, it cannot move. It will always stay there. There wasn't really much moving around there, so these guys will get put back there. This does not move. And then there is locking. So with pinning, sorry, excuse me. When you pin something, it does not move. So those two should end up back there. I mean, I guess they would always end up in the same spot there. So I guess if we do this would switch things up. Just as an example here. Right, so you see everything rotates around it. But when it's pinned, you can move it into your inventory. You can auto-equip it in this menu. So like say you pinned a gunsmith gun at the top, you could still equip it. Locking, on the other hand, to use the bleach as an example, does not allow it to move, but also does not allow you to move it at all. You cannot click it. You cannot equip it. You can't auto-equip it from here. You can't use it on a preset, etc. So locking really locks it in place. I like that there's a distinction between the two. It does kind of make sense. Like if there's something you really do not want to accidentally sell, I think it's a cool idea. So that's how that works. I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, definitely a really cool feature. I would recommend using it. I'm excited for it. That's just a quality of life feature. Doesn't affect hardcore or not. This just affects Tarkov. Yeah, they changed the weather season to fall. I have yet to check it out. It looks pretty cool. This PvP season will not feature fall because we finished it prior to this update. But I guess it's a good time to talk about the PvE series I'm planning. So we have been recording a ultra hardcore PvE series that is set to release right after our PvP series is finished. I think it's going to be November 18th will be the premiere of that. I am 50-50. I may be restarting it. Right before it releases on YouTube because we have a really cool rule set. I'm not going to go over in this video, but they are different. Ultra hardcore implies harder. They are harder. But it's going to be a really fun PvE. The proof of concept is there. Some things about PvE are super easy compared to PvE, or PvP, but we really did a good job with the rule set and tweaking them a little bit. So I'm excited to release that for you guys. I know some people have been asking about PvE, whether we'll do something in there, and we are. And it's going to be really fun. So I'm looking forward to that. All these updates will be available when we start playing that. So keep an eye out. November 18th on the channel. Definitely make sure you're subbed so you don't miss that. Yeah, going to be really fun. Anyway, map-to-map travel. They fixed it up. They adjusted some transition zones so it's not as awkward. But the big one was, and we kind of noticed this in one of our PvP runs, which may not have been released just yet, but they were trying to spawn you to the nearest corresponding transit zone. So if you're going from Lighthouse to Shoreline, you are in those two areas, right by the farm, making it easier to do Jaeger's task. So really cool stuff there. They added some new weapons. The automatic shotgun, the AA-12. That's always a fun one. They made it so you can put bipods on more guns. That's super cool. List of fixes here. You can go through those at your own pace with the. I'll put the link of the. I'll put the link for the actual patch notes down below so you can read them. And but the big one is maybe that kind of moving bug error that we get when you're building weapons out of your containers in your stash, because we have to bury stuff so much because we're playing hardcore. That's the big one. So yeah, really good stuff there. Now we're gonna go ahead and play this guy for you. The event. Now, the patch notes will go over the event. The TarkovTV had this really cool transition where they did go over it. I say cool transition, kind of awkward transition. It wasn't the best, but it's okay. It was kind of funny. They had like a team come in, give the Nikita and the Demirka gas masks, and they kind of like walked out, transitioning into like a little short film that they did about zombies being on labs. Look at this. We have zombies in Tarkov right now. I don't know anything about the tasks. I'm not going to go over those here. This is just, I did a little quick offline labs raid with a 5.7 just to kind of show you guys how the zombies are, what they're about. Yeah, no, they're kind of fun. It's really cool. So, we may be getting to that in the PvE Tarkov. Not going to be doing that in the PvP Tarkov. The PvE Tarkov though, if I do it there, it'll be released probably sometime in December, just because of how many episodes we've recorded already. If I start fresh, which is a good possibility, that'll depend on whether the event's still going on in November or not. So, yeah. TarkovTV really didn't have too much extra. There was a lot of arena stuff. They're going to fix some of the syncing issues they were having. There's a new map, a new task, a new gameplay mode, where it's kind of like capture the location and in team mode. Those don't really affect us in hardcore. I do plan on doing a regular playthrough next wipe with patch 16 around New Year's time. That's when they said it would be. And that's when the Unity update's coming. No Unity update in this one because of some technical issues they were having. Let's see, what else? What else is coming with 16? They're doing a rocket launcher on 16. There's going to be prestiging in 16, which is going to have some unique rewards. That's going to be something that affects hardcore. But we'll go over those more in depth when we get more information on those. But yeah, so like different dog tags, all that kind of stuff. That's super cool for hardcore. So maybe next wipe we're doing like a hardcore Tarkov PvP with the goal of prestiging instead of actually getting Kappa. I don't know what the requirements are to prestige, but that would be a cool different kind of goal instead of just, oh, we're just going to grind for Kappa like we usually do. They're adding winter camo for the new winter season that's coming up. Let's see, what else we got here? They're going to have a heal everything by holding the button. They're going to have booby trap bodies and containers. That he said, Nikita's like, that's going to be big. But yeah, then they cut to that zombie trailer. So I think there's 2 tasks with this. There is 2 on labs and a couple on interchange, I think there is. You can see me kind of fumbling around here. So the zombies have, there's a couple, there's runners, there's walkers, there's some with melee weapons, there's some with pistols. So that's how they're running around there. So yeah, you see the guy with the shovel there. I'm trying to melee them. It doesn't seem like they take much melee damage. I don't know. It's weird. My strength could be sapped too, because it gets a little bizarre there. But yeah, wanted to go over that. But yeah, that's about it, I think. That is about it. So definitely make sure you sub to the channel. Definitely keep an eye out for that PvE Tarkov. Let me know if that's something you're interested in. We came up with a really good ultra hardcore rule set. It's different. It's got some different puzzles. We've been tweaking them. It's been really fun. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. We're keeping this. This is like my 10th take. I actually did do takes for this one. I know you guys are used to my one-take wonders for the intros, but this one I need to do a few takes for. But thanks for watching. Make sure you sub to the channel. Check out the links all down below. I'll link the patch notes, and the current Hardcore Tarkov PvP list will be linked up here somewhere at the end of the video. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.